fans and the players were reminded today just the importance of life and how precious life is. As the Seattle Sounders game with Columbus Crew was stopped 34 seconds left in the game due to a frightening injury to goalkeeper Stefan Frei.
Everybody's emotional. So Stefan's being evaluated for a head and neck injury. Obviously, words are words, but he got hit pretty hard. We're in the early stages of that evaluation, and as soon as we get a definitive, a real good clarity on the extent of the injury, we'll give you more. I don't want to speculate, but he is, he's going to the hospital, but he is fine. He was alert when he was loaded onto the ambulance. His fingers were moving, so he was okay in that regard. No paralysis, nothing major, but obviously again, I don't want to downplay it. I'm very happy to our medical staff because they did a good job to be careful. We can't underestimate that type of stuff. And certainly Wilfred, I appreciate what he did because the ref wasn't going to stop the game. And everybody knew that the game should have been stopped. So, good on him. So thank you, Wilfred.
It's unfortunately part of the sport, injuries, and a head injury in particular, it affects much more than just a lower leg or a hand injury. But we know Steph, he's resilient. He's going to fight his way back, and having gone through concussions before, he's going to get all the support he needs, and he's going to be better in no time. But the most important thing after an injury like this is to give him space, and be patient, and listen to his body, his brain, his symptoms, and in the end, he's gonna be just fine. To be honest, I didn't see much. I'm on the front end of the play, and I turn around and I'm trying to support the play, and I see him on the ground, and he obviously needed help. As I think we all saw him on the ground, we all realized that we needed medical attention, and the most important thing is to not touch him and let the professionals deal with an injury like that. And so credit to our staff to come in and do their part. But yeah, seeing him on the ground is very emotional because he gives so much to the squad. And again, I think for me in particular, having gone through, something not as crazy as what we just saw, but something of that magnitude is it kind of brings back, some of those core difficult memories. And so to see Steph, who is always so happy, and to see him like that is always, tough. And so, his support is going to be the most important thing for him. Yeah, I think it's hard to play after something like that. If it happened in the 60th minute, we're forced to do something like that. But in the end, I think there was probably 30 to 45 seconds left in the game. With all the waiting and all the sitting around, I think it was the right thing to do. So credit to Wilfred if he was pushing for that. The game. This is when you realize the game is more than just a game. We put our bodies on the line, and I think when we fight for things, or when we we have such short careers, we just want to, in the end, get the most out of our careers. And so injuries are scary at this point, and so hopefully Steph comes back and he's ready to go.
Sorry, we got to shift over a little bit to the game. Just overall, just your impressions of this game. You guys won one tie.
Yeah, again, I think there were moments where we could have been better in front of goal. I think this is something that we've talked about for a long time now. We get a chance with Danny in the first half. We get a chance with Paul in the second half, and if we put one of those away, it changes the game. And so, I like our response. Our response was good to the goal. We gave up a bit of a poor goal in transition. But yeah, it seemed like it was a bit of a chess match, right? Sometimes we were walking the ball up, sometimes they were walking the ball up. Moments of transition at times, but then it seemed very calculated. It was very, very much like a chess match.
Do you give solace to the fact that you are getting players in the box? Because earlier in the season you didn't, but now you're getting those. I know you want to score, but you're getting players in the box.
Yeah, absolutely. We're getting players in the box and we're getting touches in the box. I think that's the most important thing, right? If we can get touches in the box, if we can get first contact in the box, we're better off because of it. And so, yeah, really important to, get runners for sure. But if we can't find them, right, it's kind of worthless, right? So the fact that we're getting touches in the box is.
To be honest, I didn't see very much.
Definitely. I want to play. I want to start at the top.
It was hard to watch, even just the little that I saw. But I hope he's okay, and I think we've gotten word that he is okay, and really happy about that. And those moments like that today just remind you how precious this game is. I think there's been a couple of moments this week, to be honest, between Diogo Jota and Musiala, and then today. Sorry, I really hope he's okay, and I know he's going to. He's a fighter. He's done so much for this club and so much for us. So hopefully a couple of us are going to try and go visit him this evening. But not a lot to say there. It's hard to talk about the game after how it ended, but it kind of doesn't seem to matter, But I would say I thought they had the better of us in the first half. I thought we were under it for a good period. I thought that we started the game really well. We had some early chances. We were direct when we needed to be, and then we had a spell of 15-20 minutes where we were giving the ball away right after we won it back, and that was difficult. And they had us under for a bit. The goal they scored was a great goal. All the way it started from the back. They broke us through the middle. But credit to us for finding a way back into it, and Kalani made a great play on that goal that we got. But I'll also say personally that I've got to take it on my shoulders a little bit to get that second one. I think 9 times out of 10 I find a way to put that in the back of the net too, and I haven't watched that back yet, but I really feel like I should have put that one away, and that's a growth moment for me. But I think it was a good game. I think for the neutral spectator, it was a bit of a chess match, and our styles are similar, but they're a little bit different too. And I thought people were able to see that today. I think given how it went, I think a tie is probably a fair result.
All right, so there you go. You heard from Brian Smetzer and Christian Rodin and also Paul Rothrock, just reminding us all, there is bigger things in life than football. And Stefan Frei was taken off the pitch in an ambulance, and it's always a sobering kind of thought scene whenever you see an ambulance come onto a playing surface, whether it's here at Lumen Field, or even if you're just out there in a your local soccer pitch. But the good news is that Stefan Frei was conscious, and he was moving extremities, and you heard Paul Rothrock talk about a couple of the players would try to go see him and just to make sure he's okay. So he is on the road to recovery. What that road looks like, nobody really knows. And so, if it really matters, Sounders won, Columbus Crew won. And from Lumen Field in Seattle, I'm Osvita Myrier for the Cascadia Sports.net report. Thanks for watching. Thanks for